I'm going to help you write your first blog post, and it's going to be incredibly easy. Here are 5 things that you need to know before we get started. First, I'm going to use ChatGPT to write the content for us. It's going to save us a ton of time. Second, I have a document with all the prompts and steps that you're going to need to take in order to complete this entire blog post. All you need to do is follow those steps, and I'm going to share that with you. And 3, we are using the RANKMATH plugin for WordPress. If you don't have that installed, please make sure to do that. I have another video if you want to watch that on how to install RANKMATH plugin and get that all set up and ready to go. But trust me, you are going to want to use that. It is incredibly powerful. And number 4, you will need a keyword for this article, preferably something that is not very competitive. You can use spyfu.com to go get one of those keywords. I have a video if you are unsure what to do and you want to find a good quality keyword to use. But you will need a keyword for us to use that we're going to focus on when we write this article. And number 5, I'm going to use Canva's Magic Media in order to create all the images for this site. It's their AI software that they use in order to create images, and I've been impressed with it so far. So we're going to give it a go and try it out for this blog post today as well. I am working to be a Canvassador, and that means if you use the link in my description and get started with a Canva account, I could earn a commission for that. It's greatly appreciated if you want to use it. If not, a like and a subscribe on the video if you found it helpful is always great as well. And if you're looking to start an online business, check out my website, Traffic.TV, where I help you go from an idea to a fully online up and running business. Now let's get into the video. We are going to write the first blog post for this website I'm creating for surfing.tv. And in order to do that, we need a keyword. I've already researched the keyword and found one that is not very competitive and something that I think will work well for this video. Electric hydrofoil surfboard is going to be my targeted keyword I'm going to use for this blog post today. Now we're going to go over to our WordPress, go over to posts, and we're going to click on add new post. Once in here, you can see that I have the RANKMATH plugin already going. It's right here at the top of the screen. We are going to be clicking on this quite a bit, but to start out everything, we want to click on the RANKMATH plugin here for our blog post, and we are going to add in our focus keyword off to the right. So I'm going to copy and paste this and paste it over here. Now that we have our focus keyword in there, we're going to be able to go to ChatGPT and start actually writing everything for our blog post. And on ChatGPT, you can see that I am using 4.0. That is the paid for version, $20 a month. You can still do everything on the 3.5 or the older versions of it as well. And in order to get started, we are going to go to our prompts here. I have a link to this document in the YouTube video. To get started, we are just going to copy and paste this into ChatGPT. Now, when we paste this first thing in here, you can see there's a couple brackets for the target keyword. I want to take our keyword that we're targeting, and we're going to copy and replace target keyword with this. Electric hydrofoil surfboard. And we're telling it that this is going to be the focused keyword because over on RANKMATH, this is what we're working on, the focus keyword. We want to make sure that that is included in all of our blog posts. The first thing we want to do is create 10 to 15 categories for our blog post. We're going to have ChatGPT write each one of these categories on its own, and it will kind of learn upon itself as we do that. To save us some time, we want to make sure that there's no numbers on our list and that it's an H3 format, which is something to do with WordPress. I'll show you here in a second. So let's go ahead and hit enter and let this run. All right, so we have quite a few categories here. There is no introduction, which is nice, or conclusion. If you see an introduction or conclusion, I would certainly remove those. So we're going to copy all of these categories here, and we are going to post them right into not the title, but the actual word block of the post. And as these go in here, you can see they all went in as a H4 heading, which is kind of odd. So this is a good example. You can Control Z to undo. And let's just ask, please give me these in H3 format. Perfect. Let's copy all of these again. And now let's try pasting them. And you can see they are all H3 format now, which is what we want for the post that we're going to be doing. And let's go back to our chat prompts. If there was an introduction or conclusion category, you want to make sure to remove that because we'll be writing those later. And then I do have 2 prompts for you, 2A and 2B. The first one is more straight to the information. It's good for reviews. I prefer to use this one. But also I found that having a fun and kind of personable one is good as well. And you can choose which one will work for you. Just remember, if you are using 2B, a lot of times it likes to start off the topic with, hey there, or hey, how's it going? Something like that. And I make sure to remove those. For today, we're just going to be using 2A, but feel free to try either one and see which one that you like. So with 2A, we're just going to copy this right here. Now, please write the content for the topic and make sure to use the focus keyword. The writing style should be informative, to the point, and easy to understand. Also, what type of image would be good for this topic? And we'll speak about images in just a moment. So we are going to paste this in here, and you notice that topic has the brackets around it. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the first topic, which is price and affordability. We're going to copy that and paste it right in here. And now ChatGPT is going to write the price and affordability portion of this blog post. All right, and before we move on, it should go without saying you always want to proofread whatever content is given from ChatGPT. I like to go through and proofread at the very end. That's the way that I do it, but if you want to proofread during the process, you're more than welcome to do that. Once we have all the information here, we are going to copy this and we are going to paste it right below price and affordability. I'm going to click on enter and paste it right in there. You can see that our target keyword is bolded here, which is great. And we'll actually use that for a link later at the end of this video. You'll be able to link that to maybe an Amazon affiliates account or whatever else it may be. So if someone clicks that, you can earn some revenue. Price and affordability is completed. And now I had ChatGPT recommend an image suggestion for us. The one that they first recommended is the side-by-side price comparison chart. I don't like that idea because prices are always going to change and we don't know what we are going to be recommending for an affiliate. So I'm going to use the second option here, which is a writer enjoying an entry-level versus high-end board could visually represent the difference in affordability. So let's just try this. We're going to add in electric hydrofoil surfboard, but we're going to copy and paste this for writer enjoying an entry-level versus high-end board. And we're going to go over to Canva here. So now we're here on Canva, and I just created a custom image here, and on the left, we're going to use the magic media option. One thing to note is you do want to change this from square to landscape for the layout, and we're going to paste in exactly what we got from ChatGPT, writer enjoying an entry-level versus high-end board. I'm also going to paste in our target keyword at the beginning here, and we're going to see what it gives us. All right, and we see a few images that it gave us here. This is probably the best one, but I don't know that it is understanding what an electric hydrofoil surfboard is. So I'm going to rerun this just with this and see what it gives us for some images here. All right, for the sake of this video, I am just going to choose this one here. It's more realistic in a kind of a zoomed out view. I kind of like it better just because it's more of a generic image. If we want to, we can actually go and grab some images of hydrofoil surfboards and use that as well. But I wanted to continue to work with this Canva Magic Media to see what it can come up with. And this image right here is perfectly fine. I'm just going to make it the size of this image here, properly proportioned. Actually, I'll just make it a little bit bigger so we use up some more of the space. And I think this is going to be good. Perfect. So we have our image here. I am going to download this on Canva, and then we will put it right into our WordPress. To download, you'll click on Share, click the option for Download. If you have a background you need to remove, transparent background works well, but this is a full image, so we don't need to use that. And now that we're back on our WordPress area, we can drag that image just below price and affordability, or we could drag it above. Depending on what the image is, you can decide kind of where you want these images to go. And I like to scatter images throughout the entire post as we go through this here. Perfect, and we have our first category done. We're going to go down and do speed and performance next. In order to do that, we're going to copy our prompt here, go to ChatGPT, paste this in, and we need to grab this topic. So let's copy and paste speed and performance. And ChatGPT is giving us two options here, a response 1 and a response 2. Every now and then something like that will happen. And we can do a quick scan to see which one that we like. I read through it and I like response 1 better, so we're going to do that one. Now let's copy and paste this information into WordPress. Perfect. Now for the image here, a great image for this selection would be a side-by-side comparison of different electric hydrofoil surfboards in action. Alternative, a motion blur shot of a rider gliding at high speed over the water would visually emphasize performance. We could try this one. Let's see what Canva will come up with. I'm going to delete the image that is currently in there, and I'm going to add this in here. We're going to see what it comes up with. I'm a little unsure about it, but you don't know until you try. All right. Pretty good, actually. Just looking at these here, I think these two images are probably the two I would choose from. I think I like the first one. I think I like this one best. I'm going to make it bigger. Preferably, I go all the way to the edge like that. Perfect. And then again, we can just download this. I don't have anything in the background, otherwise transparent background, and download. And back to our WordPress blog, we're going to add this just below like we did last time. There we go. Now I'm just dragging and dropping that in there. If you want to, you can also click the plus here to add an image, and you can add an image here and then upload the image or choose it from your media library. That would be the other way to add an image. And we have our first two categories done. One other thing before we move on is when you click on these images here, you can click on this settings up above. It looks like a little book up next to publish, the settings, and you can add alternate text for each image. It's definitely a good idea to do. If you're adding alternate text, you want maybe 1 or 2 sentences only and something that is going to describe the image that you're looking at. And if you want to speed up this process, it doesn't really need to be perfect in my opinion. I'm going to click on this image, and for the alternate text, I'm going to paste in exactly what we told Canva to use in order to generate this image. This is an electric hydrofoil surfboard motion blur shot of a rider gliding at high speeds over the water. Bam. One sentence, that's good to go. It's exactly what we have in there, and it's a great alt text for the image. One thing that I want to mention as you're going through and writing all of these categories is if you click the RANKMATH plugin at the top, you'll see all the information on the right. We're going to go over a lot more of this information at the end of writing these categories, but during writing all of the categories here, there's one thing that you want to keep track of, and that is under additional, you should see the keyword density should be in green. We want to make sure the checkbox for keyword density is good, because this is how often our keyword actually shows up in our text. If you're finding that the keyword density is not in a green check mark here, that means that ChatGPT is not actually putting your exact keyword in the content. And if that's the case, you can simply go to ChatGPT and you can say, please rewrite this using the keyword more often, and it will rewrite it with the keyword in there. But right now, it's actually giving us really good content. The keyword density is 1.16, which is great in the green. So as you're going through and having all of these categories written out for you with ChatGPT, make sure that that is in the green. And you don't have to check it every single time. I would say every maybe 3 or 4 categories you do, go back in and check on that. Now I'm going to go through and write about 6 more of these using ChatGPT, and I will be right back with you when I'm done. All right, so I took some time to finish writing out a bunch of the topics. I wrote, I think, 6 more topics, put in a few more images as well. Make sure to have the alternative text in there for the images. It's always good to have that. And we are going to move on with the prompts and outline that I have here for our post. All the hard work is done once you get all the content over here. So once you get the content and the images up there, the rest of it's actually kind of the fun stuff. So let's go back to our prompts. And if we scroll down, prompt 2 until all topics are written. So we've completed that. And now let's go into prompt 3. So now we're going to write the conclusion for the blog post. I'm going to copy this and we're going to go to ChatGPT and have it write the conclusion. The reason we do this last, and you'll see next we're going to write the introduction, is because we want the chat to understand as much as possible about the topic that we're writing about, and having it go through and write all of these topics for the entire blog post first before we do the conclusion and the introduction just will give us a lot better content when we actually have this conclusion and introduction statement that it's going to write for us. Let's just copy and paste this whole thing, including the final thoughts and conclusion. Here we go, and paste, and then we should have everything in here. This is an H3 tag, and we have our normal content right here. All right, let's go back to our prompts. Add a button at the bottom of the post. This is generally something I always like to do at the very, very bottom. Once we have a content block here, you're going to click on the plus and search for button. Pretty simple. Click on button, maybe purchase on Amazon here. There we go. And then I like to align this right into the middle, align center. And we can hyperlink this right here just with our Amazon Associates affiliate link. And if anybody reads through the article, clicks on this and actually purchases it using our link, we will earn a commission for that. All right, back up to the chat prompts here. We just added a button to the bottom of the post. And now we're on prompt 4, write a short introduction for the post. Now this is important. We want to make sure to use the focus keyword in the first sentence, but does not start with the focus keyword. So we're going to copy this into our ChatGPT. You'll notice as this is writing out, the conclusion had its own category right here. And for the introduction, we don't need that actual category name. It should just go directly into the introduction. So we're going to copy and paste this at the very top of our blog. We are going to add another block and just paste it right in there. And now we have our introduction completed. So let's go back to our outline here. Next is to do, add a table of contents below the introduction. So to do that, we are going to click on enter and search for table of contents. And I use the table of contents by RANKMATH. It's very clean and easy to do. And you can see right in here, it's as simple as that. It's just going to put in the table of contents for us. If there were other headings, subheadings in here, you'll see those in the table of contents. If you want to remove any of the subheadings or anything else, you could click on the eyeball on the right-hand side and remove anything you want from the table of contents. Back up to our prompts. And next up, copy the affiliate disclosure at the top of the page. This is going to go at the very top of your blog page. If you are using any kind of affiliate marketing links, you need to disclose that at the very, very top of your page here. I'm going to show you what that looks like. The best thing that I could recommend is make it as blatantly obvious as possible. You can see here, this is on my website. I have it in green writing with the link at the very top of my page. If anybody goes and reads this, the very first thing they will see is the affiliate disclosure. And just to save time, I'm going to copy and paste mine from my website, Traffic.tv, over into this one just so we can see what it looks like. And there we go. We have that at the very top of our page. Then we have our introduction, table of contents, and all the information after that. Next, let's go back to our chat prompts and list. Now I need an engaging title for this blog post. Give me 5 titles to choose from that include the focus keyword and a number. Let's give this over to ChatGPT and see what comes up. Of these titles here, I kind of like 7 must-know facts before buying electric hydrofoil surfboard, or maybe 8 key factors to consider when choosing. Let's go with this one, 7 must-know facts before buying an electric hydrofoil surfboard. That is going to be a great title. And I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 facts in here, so I'm going to change this to 8 must-known facts before buying an electric hydrofoil surfboard. And let's go back to our prompts and outline here. Next up, we have add a featured image. This is a good reminder to go through, and each photo should have its own alternative text. But let's add a featured image right now. To do that, we go to WordPress. Once you're on WordPress, if you aren't there already, we should be on the settings option, which is this button right here. And then on post, you can set a featured image. This featured image is going to look something like this right here at the top of the blog posts, and it will be at the top of the actual post as well. So let's click on set featured image, and I'm going to upload an image. All right, I uploaded the featured image. I'm going to add an alt text here. A man riding an electric hydrofoil surfboard shown from above water and below water. Sure, set featured image. There we go. And you can see we've been going through the chat prompts here, and we're now at 80 out of 100 for this RANKMATH. So just by adding the intro, a lot of other things, utilizing this keyword here early in the blog post, we're actually doing pretty good on the RANKMATH rating. Now let's go back to the prompts over here. All right, we just completed the featured image. Next up is set an excerpt under post settings. To do that, we will go to our WordPress blog. We were actually just there, so if we go back to the area where we did the featured image, just below that it says add an excerpt. And what we want to do is we're just going to copy and paste the first line of this introduction and add that for our excerpt. And that should be good. It'll give us the first line, which includes our keyword, and we have that for our excerpt here. All right, we're going to scroll down to finalize everything. And the first step on that is setting the correct permalink. If we go back to WordPress, we can see here that if we go to RankMath and we scroll down under additional, you'll see the URL is 82 characters long. Consider shortening it. So if your URL is too long, then this is how we want to change the permalink for it. And more often than not, your link is going to be long if you have a longer title here. So in order to do that, we're going to go to page settings, this option up above, and then go to the post. In here, you can see the link. It's 8 must-known facts before buying an electric hydrofoil surfboard. I'm just going to delete everything except for electric hydrofoil surfboard. And that is what our link is going to be. There we go. It changed, and you can see the rank math automatically went up to 85. If we click on that, we can now see that our URL is 47 characters long, and RankMath is saying, hey, I like that. Now let's go to set affiliate links. I'm just going to link things to my Traffic.tv website here, but if you have an affiliate link, Amazon Associates or something else that you're an affiliate for, this would be the time when you'd want to get that link and put that into your post here. So for this, it's up to you on how many times you want to link things. For me here, I am going to always link the very first link in my blog post here. And then I'm also always going to do the button at the bottom, right? So both of those are links that you should definitely have in your post. And then outside of those two areas, I like to scroll through and just every now and then I see electric hydrofoil surfboard here. Maybe I'll skip that one and I'll link this one. And then I'll keep scrolling down, skip a couple there, and maybe I'll do one in here. It's up to you on how often you want to do these links. All right, I went through and linked to a bunch of external sources. We can also see under RankMath, it wants you to link to internal links for your content. So this is a good opportunity to link to another post or page that you may have already created. There's also an option for Thirsty Affiliates, which is a plugin that you can use on WordPress that will create internal links that will actually go somewhere else. I love using Thirsty Affiliates. It's pretty great here. For now, I just linked to another page on the site so we can get that rating for RankMath. Normally, you would probably add some words in or however else you want to do it to make sure that you're linking to something internally. And let's do a quick check of RankMath here. It's still one thing, use Content AI to optimize the post. That's what it wants you to do. So we could skip that. Title readability. Your title doesn't contain a positive or negative sentiment. 8 must-known facts before buying an electric hydrofoil surfboard. I feel like that's good. I guess it's not positive or negative. Must-known, unknown, maybe 8 unknown facts. I'm going to leave it the way that it is. I think that's a good suggestion, though. When you are doing a title, you want something that's catchy and will grab people's attention. So if we're looking at RankMath here, you can look at that and get some additional ideas on changing your title. And then your title doesn't contain at least one power word. I've gone through this several times with the RankMath on the different power words that are available, and you could take a look at it by clicking this question mark here. I found that as long as you have an engaging title, then that's going to be good enough. But as you can see, because of all the prompts that we've done here, and because of the way everything has been inputted into this page, it is actually ranking pretty high on the RankMath, and we successfully checked off a lot of these boxes here. Feel free to go through and look at what all of these boxes are. They're actually really good content and great to know. But if you follow along with my prompts, we are going to automatically check off a lot of these boxes here. Let's continue on, and we just have a few more things that we need to finalize here. So add categories and tags. In order to do that, we're going to go up on settings and then post. And if we scroll down, you can see categories here and tags. Since this is my first blog post, I don't have any categories or tags yet. We're just going to add one in here. Let's do surfboards How about surfboard? Add new category. And let's do electric hydrofoil surfboard as well. So why not have both of those in there? There we go. We want both categories to be on there. So we'll have both of those checkboxed. And then under tags, it could be something similar. We could put electric hydrofoil surfboard in there, surfing, and whatever else that you want in there for the tags. These are going to show up on the bottom of the page, and it'll be a way for people to find other content on your website. All right, let's go back to the chat prompts here. This is check SEO. We actually just did that. You can do that by clicking on the rank math option at the top, scrolling down and looking at all of these SEO filters here. Just make sure that you're in the green at the top and you're good. If you want to take some more time to try to figure out a better title, don't forget, if you change the title, sometimes it's better to change the permalink as well. But outside of that, we have completed all of the prompts, and the last thing to do is to publish. So let's go ahead and click on publish at the very top right, and then we will see the blog post. And here we go. We have our featured image, our title right here, affiliate disclosure, all of the content that we have. The table of contents will take us directly to each one of these categories if needed. And we can kind of scroll through here, see how the blog post turned out. Pretty clean and easy post here. We chose a keyword that is not competitive, so hopefully it will get ranked high on search engines. And we used ChatGPT to write the entire blog article here. And the last thing that I'll show is if we go to the home page, you'll see that the blog post is right here, the featured image, and this is what it will look like when you have multiple blog posts in here. It'll start to look pretty clean. I recommend having at least 6 blog posts done before you publish your website. Outside of that, congratulations on your first blog post. If you found today's video helpful, a like and a subscribe is always greatly appreciated on this channel. And if you are looking to start an online business, check out my website, traffic.tv. I have a 30-day guide. It's completely free, and we go from an idea to a fully online, up and running business in just 30 days. Again, it's completely free. It's at traffic.tv. Thank you.